Hi kids! Many churches have colored windows made with stained glass. The glass can be cut in a variety of shapes to make pictures, or they can be straight pieces so that when the light comes in, it is colored and it looks pretty. Crosses are often done in stained glass and put in the windows. I'm going to show you a stained glass window project where you can make a cross and you can make it into a stained glass window. What you need for this is a white piece of computer paper. You can fold it in half. Okay. You need some crayons or markers and a pencil, some scissors. First, what we're going to do is put the fold side on the left, and we're going to come down from the middle and make an L, or make a box in this side, okay? See here how I make this look like an L. And make it look like a box right here. Okay. I'll show you in the marker. Maybe it'd be easier for you to see. That looks like an L. Now, this part here, I want to be half the size of this part. So I'm going to come in with my cross here, a bit bigger than that line, and come right to the same point. And then I'm going to go straight down. This I want to look like a square. This I want to look like a rectangle. And then I'm going to cut it out. I would only do this in pencil, but I did it in marker so that you can see. And if it gets a little crooked, that's okay, because it's much easier to cut it straight than it is to draw it straight. Okay. So this side, I had a square I cut out. This side, I had a rectangle I cut out. Okay, I'm going to open it up, and you can see here, I have a cross. And I really want my sides to be pretty much the same size all the way around. This is a little thinner, that's fine. If it turns out that's too thick, I can just fold it back up and I can cut it again. I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper underneath here so that when I color, I don't color on the table. I'm going to take a black crayon and I'm going to divide this into sections. Now, when you cut glass, it's hard to cut it round. So I'm going to make sure that I put my sections in squares and rectangles. I want my stained glass piece to look like nice, even pieces of glass, but I don't have to commit to any kind of pattern. So if I want to make some square and some rectangles, I can do that, but I'm going to stay away from lots of round shapes. As you can see, my cross is now divided into rectangles and squares. The black crayon is going to be the metal that holds the glass in place, and then in between is going to be the colored glass. This is where you can either use crayons or you can use markers, but what you want to do is you want to color in each side, in each piece of your glass, a different color. I would try not to use the same color more than once. You can use crayons or markers, and I like to put a piece of scrap paper down so I don't get it all over the table when I'm coloring, okay? So I'm gonna start coloring in my stained glass, and I wanna make sure that I color nice and hard. So that's what it would look like if I used a crayon. If I had a marker, it would look like this. Now you want to keep your color inside the black lines so it looks like a piece of colored glass. Okay, and then you want to alternate colors all the way around. When your project is done, it looks very pretty, but it'll look even better when you frame it. Now this depends on what type of paper you have. I have a yellow and a purple paper. I would like to be able to glue this on, cut it out, and then frame it on the purple. If it has a double mat, it'll look pretty. Really, you can use two types of construction paper, or you can use any other kind of paper. You could even use a brown paper bag behind it. It just gives it a real nice effect when it's a contrast. So I'm going to take my cross, and I'm going to take my glue stick. Nice and straight. Now I'm going to cut so that I have some of the yellow border. A little bit on this side. Now you have a really pretty cross on yellow paper, and you can then attach it to the purple paper. And you see, because you've made a mat, It really makes the stained glass window shine shine off on the paper. So we'll take this, take our glue stick, you have a beautiful stained glass cross. Okay, enjoy.